world is ruling by Shokan. 80% out of 100 is cons. Really don't care about time. Bitter like lime, making sure victory mine. Hey, what's going on, you guys? It's your girl Tosh, aka Coco Bone, coming at you guys with not a reaction but another review video. This is to Baddies South reunion part 2, okay? Part 2, all right? And I am excited to give my opinion. So today's the day I gotta get my son, and I'm kind of in a rush, so I'm really not trying to take too long on this review. I'm just going to summarize it, and yeah, let's just get straight into this review. So in the first scene, that's when we are picking up from where we left off at, which was Rolly versus Scotty, okay? How Rolly had gave her that little boop to the face. And speaking of Rolly and Scotty, I also noticed on my last review to the part 1 reunion, there were a lot of Rolly's fans. Shout out to y'all for checking out my content. I hope y'all subscribe. But anyway, you know, there was a lot of Rolly fans that was,
oh, she didn't get snuck. Why you don't say she got snuck?
because the bitch snucked her. That's why I said it, because she snuck Scotty. Now, okay, I must admit, that title was clickbait. It was clickbait because, you know, I'm trying to get y'all to check out my shit talking and my opinion about the reunion part 1. When I got the first comment, somebody was explaining how Rolly didn't get snuck. So I went back and I changed my title to Rolly Rock Scotty, because I wasn't really trying to, I guess, piss off anybody about that. But then I happened to think to myself, I'm like, well, wait a minute, hold on. First of all, this is my shit, so if you don't like it, you can what? Exit stage left. Girl, bye. And go watch something else by your damn self, respectfully, okay? But in the midst of me thinking about this clip, or, you know, Rolly sneaking Scotty, I figured to myself, you know what, let me go back and rewatch this. I replayed it over and over and over and over and over again. And yes, she snuck Scotty. Like, that was a pure fucking sneak. Scotty wasn't even looking at her. She was looking at something else. And all of a sudden, Rolly just boop. Now, however, I do wish that, you know, Scotty, you knew that Rolly didn't like you. You knew Rolly was going to have an issue with you. Y'all had an issue on the show. So I do wish that Scotty would have been more on point and had hit Rolly first. But because she didn't hit Rolly first, Rolly beat her to the punch. And that's how that, you know, little snuck had happened. But however, something funny and hilarious happens, because as security is trying to calm down Slim and Natalie's feud, and also Rolly and Scotty's feud, because Scotty was trying to do everything she could to like get the Rolly and whatnot. But as security was trying to handle Slim and Natalie, that's when Scotty took it upon herself to get her opportunity back. And honey, when I say that she had fucking Luke Kane kick the shit out of Rolly, and Rolly big ass fell. Rolly got, all you heard was an earthquake. Her big ass fell on the couch. I ain't gonna lie, I was dying when I seen that last night. That shit had me rolling. I couldn't stop laughing. Oh my God, well, at least she finally used one of her long ass arms or legs. And in this case, she decided to go with the legs, and she gently kicked the shit out of Rolly. That shit was the bid. I was dying laughing last night. I was cracking the fuck up. Oh my God. But let's move on to the next scene. I ain't mean to skip it, but I noticed that Sydney Star, or Sydney No Star having ass, is still at the premises. They already told her to leave, and I understand she in her feelings, but it's like, sis, you making yourself look crazy. Just go home and never fuck with Natalie ever again. Like, I would have respected her if she called Natalie a big chin and then left and went back home after that, or went to a hotel. But it's like, sis, like, you really sitting up here doing the most. Like, just leave already. Lord, honey. So in the next scene, that's when we see Natalie outside with, I think, a bottle of Patron in her bag and vape. And we also see that Rolly has socked the shit out of her right eye. Her right eye is swole and leaning to the left when it's on the right side. And oh God, Natalie, I'm just honestly done with telling you to stop fighting. You're too old for this shit. You're about to be 35. Let it go. Leave it to the youngins. Why do you keep trying to rumble, especially you going up against people that are more quicker than you, sweetheart? But yeah, y'all, Natalie was outside venting. It ain't not much to say, nothing about that. So moving right along. Jesus Christ. So when the next scene, that's when we go back to now the stage, and security is still trying to get everybody calmed down, especially Slim and Rolly. And in the midst of everything trying to get calmed back down, out of nowhere, Rock had attacked Slim. Now, I think it's weird because it's just like, first of all, where the fuck did that come from? Like, we know that y'all don't like each other, but really, Chrisean? Like, for real? Like, you gonna sneak Slim for what? You beat her up like 2-3 times on the actual season itself. Now you beating her up again. It's just like, it's getting old. It's not entertaining no more. It's like, we know you could beat up Slim. Can you fight somebody else? Can we see a one-on-one with Rolly and you? I don't fucking know. Just, you need to fight somebody that's actually on your level hands-wise, because to continuously beating up on the people that you don't like, okay, you already whooped their ass like 2-3 times. Like, girl, let it the fuck go. Like, why do you keep beating up Slim? But anyway, y'all, she had went to go, fight Slim. Slim had pulled off that cute ass blue wig that Rock had on. Rock is now going into the lobby to get herself together. Jayla is now out there telling her to take off her chains so she won't break any of them. Blueface is trying to help Chrisean take off her chains and her skin cap that was glued on the top of her head underneath her wig, and we are moving on from that scene. So in the next scene, that's when we see the whole entire group, or well, most of the group. We see most of the group back on stage with Janisha and Trina. And as you know, Janisha is asking Rolly, like, how did you feel about the show? That's when Rolly was still trying to clown Scotty because she's still in her feelings. And after Rolly, that's when it was Slim's turn to go ahead and explain how she felt about the show. And Lord and motherfucking behold, the goon Chrisean walks out, and as she's walking out, now peep though, peep how Slim seen her walk out real slow and walking slowly towards her direction. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Chrisean had put the smack of down on that ass again. I think this is like, what, the 5th time that Slim got beat up by Chrisean? It's like, damn, Slim, like, how many more times you gonna keep letting Chrisean rock your motherfucking shit? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, y'all, that shit was brutal. Like, Chrisean put the smack of down on that ass. And I was very shocked to see how Slim was like in like defense mode. Like, she barely ain't really throw no hits because, again, Slim doesn't have no hands. Never have and never will. And I'm starting to see with Slim, Slim is one of them type of people. I ain't even gonna say bitches. This could be for a man or a woman. Slim is one of them type of people that picks who she wants to be tough with. Because when she was on her season of One More Chance season 2, you was tough with Miko, you was tough with the Gabby twins, or Gabby, those twins or whatever. You was tough with other women on that show. You was the first one to pop off. You was tough with Wop Wop. You was the first one to pop off, Slim. Now that you finally have met your match, someone more quicker than you, can fight better than you, and as tough as you, now you're in defense mode and you're, oh my God. Like, bitch, fight! Fight! What the fuck are you doing? Fight, bitch! Like, I don't know. Slim to me was really disappointed in that moment. And I think it's safe to say that I have lost all faith in Slim. So when the next scene, that's when we finally see, Chrisean sit down next to Trina after putting a smack of down on Slim's ass. And we are now trying to hear out Chrisean's side of the story on how she felt about the season overall, which was okay until Chrisean kept interrupting Janisha and other cast members that were trying to give their point of view about the season alone. And Chrisean, I don't know if you're ever gonna see this, but I love you. I love you. You're my little East Coast sister. We from the East Coast. You from Baltimore, Maryland. I'm from Philly, Pennsylvania, or Philly, PA. Like, you my bitch. But Chrisean, please shut the fuck up. Please, please, for the sake of this reunion, shut the fuck up. You was very annoying, yo. Like, why do you keep interrupting the host? You keep interrupting the other cast members. I know you young, but come on, Chrisean. Everyone has been taught to speak when it's your turn to speak, when the other person is finished. Even if you can't stand their ass, you got to let them speak and get out their thought. Y'all can't have a proper communication if both of y'all are talking over each other. But yes, Chrisean was irking the fuck out of me when she kept interrupting the host and the cast members. It's not all about you, Chrisean. This show is not just only for you, it's for you and other women that are on the show. Be quiet, please. Oh my God. In the midst of this scene, that's when Janisha was trying to let Persuasia explain her side of things. And Persuasia was just basically saying how, you know, Chrisean is basically bipolar as fuck. 1 minute, y'all cool off camera, then the next minute on camera, y'all not cool and you beating her the fuck up in the sink and all this extra stuff. Chrisean can be a little bit flip-floppy. Like 1 minute she's fucking with a person. Like actually she did that on the last episode of the first part of the reunion. You was just in the back with Jayla talking about how you wanted to fight Natalie, and then as soon as Natalie got into it and she was getting jumped by Rolly and Slim, you jumped in the fight to help out Natalie. So which one is it, bitch? Like, do you not like Natalie or do you like Natalie? That was flip-flop-ish. That was pancake-ish. I don't like that flip-flop shit. You said what you said and you mean what you said, and that's just that. And even for Persuasion, she's also a pancaker or a flip-flopper. Both of you bitches ain't repping for Pisces, right? Because I got a Pisces cousin, and my Pisces cousin, she said what the fuck she said. She know who she is. Hey, and that's boo. But anyway, yes, like, think that's funny how both of them are the same sign. They can't stand each other. But anyway, honey, yes, Persuasion is also a pancaker or a flip-flopper because you were laughing at Chrisean when Chrisean was like getting on Scotty, you know, making jokes, talking about, well, it was your fault, you should have been ready, that's why you got snug. And you were laughing at that, but you don't like Chrisean. So both of you bitches are confusing. I don't know what to believe between you two at this point, but both of y'all going to have to figure out something because it's very wishy-washy. It's giving washer machine, sweetheart. It's giving the fucking dryer that turns around over and over and over. You bitches need to make up your mind on what the fuck you want to do, okay? Also, in the midst of this scene, am I the only one that noticed that Slim looked like that little badass kid that just got their ass whooped and she knows now to shut the hell up and be quiet? Yo, Slim looked crazy. It's like, damn. And you can see how petrified Slim is of Chrisean. Like, she's scared to say one word and she's afraid of Chrisean hopping on that ass again, like white on rice. It's like, damn, sis, Chrisean got you that terrified? You mean to tell me that your hands suck that bad to where you are afraid to speak because Chrisean is there? Yeah, Slim, I lost a lot of respect for you. All that tough shit, I'm not fucking with that no more. You only tough with people that you think you could be. And that's why you got your ass whooped, not 3, but 4 times at this fucking point. I'm assuming it's 4 times. Chrisean done beat you up so much, I done lost count, sweetheart. But yeah, y'all, that's fucking crazy. In the next scene, that's when you see Natalie still offset in the back room or out in the lobby, like talking her shit. And honestly, I don't really got much to say for this because it's like, Natalie, why aren't you back on stage yet? Like, come on, I know you got a busted eye, but come on, like, this is your set, your show, as you keep, you know, bragging about and claiming. So bring your ass back on stage. But yeah, that's it for that scene. In the next scene, that's when you see Rolly and Chrisean basically talking about how they had plans to, you know, do more music with each other and to make some money with their music with each other. But however, Rolly is feeling like she was miserable on the show because the show had took away from all of that and the show was based off of the drama. I think it's weird that Rolly felt like that because you knew that this was a spinoff of Bad Girls Club, right? I'm pretty sure Rolly have watched Bad Girls Club. So why are you upset again? Don't understand it. It's fucking weird because this is a spinoff of Bad Girls Club, Rolly. So I I mean, I get where she's coming from. She did wish it would be more about the business versus the drama, but we all know that the drama is what makes the ratings what goes skyrocketed. So I feel where Rolly is coming from, but you was on the wrong show for all of that. You should have had chose like some type of music show, some type of music competition show. Baddies South was not for you then, Rolly. In the midst of this scene, Rolly admits that, you know, Jayla is pretty because she admitted that every time she woke up, she would always tell Jayla how pretty she was. But wasn't you the same one to say that she was ugly when y'all had got into that fight and you got your ass whooped by Jayla? So now I'm starting to see that Rolly is also another one that, I ain't gonna say a hypocrite, but she like contradicts herself on the things that she say. She's another one that kind of say things that she really don't mean. You feel what I'm saying? And Rolly really goes off of emotion, and I'm gonna need her to stop going off of emotion and off of logic, because you're not making no sense. One minute you're calling her an ugly Squidward bitch, next minute you're saying that she's beautiful. Which one is it, Rolly? Do you think she's pretty or do you think she's ugly? Make up your fucking mind. In the next scene, that's when we see Jayla now explaining, you know, how her and Chrisean had became close. And again, Chrisean is interrupting Jayla. Chrisean, again, I love you, I do, but please shut the fuck up. Shut up. Let your friend talk. How you gonna interrupt your friend? Even Jayla had to chime in and say,
look, Rock, I fuck with you, but all of us have let you talk, so it's about time you let me talk now. Like, you've been talking, like, be quiet.
And normally when Jayla get with Chrisean know certain ones to not fuck with. She automatically shut up when it comes to Jayla, honey, because she's seen them hands that Jayla had for Rolly. And I personally think that Chrisean ain't trying to see them hands, the same hands that Jayla had for Rolly, honey. So yeah, she knew to kind of be quiet once Jayla was like, zip it. So in the next scene, or really, you might as well say the last scene. In this last scene, that's when, you know, now it's Persuasion's turn to talk. And long story short, she basically was saying how, like, in the Bad Girls Club series, they were catty to each other, but it wasn't personal. As opposed to, you know, with Chrisean on Baddies South, Chrisean took it extremely personal, I think, really, as anybody would have, especially me. But, you know, like, Chrisean took it very personal, as she should, because you was trying to call her dirty out to the world. And, you know, Persuasion was just saying, like, she did apologize, but if, you know, Chrisean don't want to accept her apology, there's not much that she could do. So in the midst of this scene, that's when Persuasion was saying how when I get upset, I say anything. And then Trina checked her, she was like, not anything. But some real shit though, like, come on, Persuasion, you knew what you was doing. You said what you said in hopes of hurting Chrisean's feelings, because you was hurt that you got your ass washed up, dried off, and put in the dish rag by Chrisean. You, like, come on, sis. Why you gotta lie? You know what you was doing. Come on now. That's why Trina was like, not just anything. Yeah, like, yeah, bitch, we know you said that to hurt Chrisean. So, you know, after that, that's when she mentioned that she's a Pisces and she's gonna say stuff to hurt you. And then after that, Chrisean gets up quietly and runs over to Persuasion to whoop her ass for the 3rd time. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of this review. I hope you guys had enjoyed this review and whatnot. Yeah, this was crazy. This was way more entertaining than the last episode of part 1 on the reunion. I hope you guys had enjoyed this review. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, show your girl some love, help your girl get to 3,000 subs. Make sure to leave some suggestions down in the comment section down below, and please give me a big thumbs up, for it helps to push my videos further out into the algorithm. I'm out this bitch. Deuces.